It turns out United Airlines may not have had all the rights to remove the man that they think they did. So let's take a quick look at this and see what we can find. Hello everyone, I'm Leonard French, your favorite copyright attorney, and I'm back with yet another update in the Flight 3411 man dragged off the plane United Airlines Chicago Aviation Police debacle. What I have today is United Airlines Contract of Carriage, which is the document that governs their relationship with their passengers. It's basically their contract with their passengers. United Airlines is a common carrier and is subject to common carrier regulations. I really don't know what all of that is, as that's a little bit outside of my area of expertise, but I was able to parse this document, and I think there are some interesting things in here. It turns out United Airlines may not have had all the rights to remove the man that they think they did. So let's take a quick look at this and see what we can find. This is the Contract of Carriage. There are 30 rules that they use to govern their relationship with you. Real quick, there's a couple of them. Rule 5 here is about cancellation of reservations. I found some overbooking stuff in there. Rule 21 is about refusal to transport. And then Rule 25 is about people who were denied boarding. So let's quick go through a couple of these. Let's click on Rule 5. Rule 5 here says, when they have the right to cancel reservations. And down here in Rule 5G, all of United Airlines flights are subject to overbooking. Okay, which could result in United Airlines' inability to provide previously confirmed reservation space for a given flight or for the class of service reserved. In that event, United Airlines' obligation to the passenger is governed by Rule 25. Okay, we'll get to Rule 25 in a moment. Let's go back up and take a look at what Rule 21 says, and then we'll go to Rule 25 from there. So Rule 21 is refusal to transport. So when does United Airlines have the right to refuse to transport? For a breach of contract of carriage, if the passenger does not comply with these rules. By government request, by regulation, or by security directive. Okay, so if some other regulation says they're allowed to remove the passenger, that could supersede this document. By unforeseeable conditions, such as acts of God, strikes, civil commotions, embargoes. Okay, that doesn't seem to cover this. When a passenger refuses to submit to a search. Okay, so I didn't see that here. Failure to provide proof of identity, failure to pay, failure to provide international travel documents. Nobody said anything about that here. Failure to maintain safety. A passenger whose conduct is disorderly. Nah, none of that really applies here. He didn't become in any way disorderly until after they asked him to leave the plane, so far without any justification. So let's take a look, finally, at Rule 25, Rule 25, denied boarding compensation. Denied boarding, where there is an oversold UA flight that originates, the following provisions apply. Wait a second, it says denied boarding, but let's go through it anyway. Okay, so people who were denied boarding, there's a request for volunteers. If there's no volunteers, there will be boarding priorities. Passengers denied boarding will be given transportation and compensation. Here's how the payment is done. Here's the limitation of liability. But none of this covers the situation that occurred. This man boarded the plane. This man already provided his ticket to the gate agent, was given permission to board the plane, and that seems to me to invoke no rule of United's contract of carriage. It's, again, all of United flights are subject to overbooking, and then Rule 25 applies. That's it. That doesn't give them a remedy of removing the man from the plane by force. It doesn't give them a remedy at all. If they boarded the passengers and then discovered an oversold condition, then the other people don't get on the plane. Basically, in this case, it was 2 pilots and 2 flight attendants, from what I understand, that belonged to United Airlines. So it's just United Airlines forcing 4 passengers off the plane so they can get their own people to fly to their next destination. Did they have to work? Yes, but supposedly this man had to work too. So this seems to me like United has violated their contract of carriage, and United will be subject to some kind of liability for that. I'm still looking into what the other implications and consequences of this will be, so look forward to another video if there are more updates. Thank you for watching. I'm Leonard French. Don't forget to check out the description for links to our Discord server, to my Patreon, and to Skeptic Sarah and my new podcast, Lawful Masses, that we have been putting out for a couple weeks now. We have 2 episodes out, and she's going to kill me if I forget to pimp it again, so please check that out. And we'd love your feedback. It's a work in progress. We want to keep it improving and make it a top quality podcast within the near future. So thank you very much for checking all that out. I'm Leonard French, your favorite copyright attorney, and have a great Tuesday.